Silence first, because truth is never in a hurry. Close your eyes for a moment and feel this breath moving in and out of you. In this very breath, the whole existence is present. We have been taught to look for God in temples, in books, in the sky somewhere far away, but the real blindness of humanity is this: God is not hidden, your mind is. When the mind is noisy, everything looks ordinary, meaningless, divided. When the mind is trained, relaxed and aware, the same world starts glowing with the sacred. The tree is no longer just a tree, the sky is no longer just the sky, and even your pain becomes a teacher. This talk is not about believing in God, because belief is borrowed. This is about seeing, and seeing needs a trained mind. When your mind becomes still, existence reveals itself as divine. God is not an object to be found. God is a vision to be awakened. Today, we are not going to search for God somewhere else. We are going to train the mind so that wherever you look, whatever you touch, whoever you meet, you see only the reflection of the same eternal presence. 20 minutes is not a measurement of time. It is only a device, a trick, because transformation has nothing to do with clocks. It happens in a flash. It happens when you are utterly available, when you are not postponing yourself to tomorrow, when you are not saying someday, when you are not bargaining with existence, because awareness does not grow like a tree. It erupts like lightning, and that lightning can happen right now. In this very moment, you are not divided. You have been taught to improve yourself slowly, step by step. But this is the teaching of a sick society, a society that is afraid of radical change, because radical change means death of the old identity. The mind loves gradualness because gradualness allows it to survive. It can decorate itself, polish itself, call it growth, call it discipline, call it practice, but deep down it remains the same old noise. Awareness is not a practice, it is a seeing, and seeing does not take time. When light is brought into a dark room, the darkness does not argue, it does not negotiate, it does not say, "Give me 30 minutes. It disappears instantly. The idea of 30 minutes is only to help you relax your ambition, because your ambition is the real barrier. You want to become you, and this wanting is the very continuity of the old. The moment you drop the idea of becoming, you are already new. The moment you stop carrying yesterday, you are fresh. Watch carefully. The past exists only because you keep remembering it, repeating it, chewing it again and again like stale food. Awareness is the courage to drop it without apology. In awareness, there is no improvement, no self-condemnation, no self-praise, only a simple clarity. And in that clarity, you suddenly see that you have never been imprisoned by life. You have only been imprisoned by your thoughts about life. 30 minutes of total attention, not concentration, not forcing, just a relaxed witnessing, is enough to show you the absurdity of your inner struggle. Sit silently and watch the mind the way you will. Watch clouds passing in the sky, with no desire to change them, with no desire to stop them, and suddenly something miraculous happens. The watcher becomes more real than the thoughts. This is the turning point. This is the birth. The new you is not created, it is revealed. You are not required to do anything heroic, because all heroism is ego. You are only required to be utterly honest with you. Self. See the anger when it arises. See the fear when it knocks. See the jealousy. See the sadness. See even the happiness, and do not choose. Choice is violence. Choiceless awareness is compassion. In these 30 minutes, you are not here to achieve peace, because the desire for peace creates tension. You are here to see what is, and what is, when seen totally, begins to dissolve on its own. New you is not serious, not heavy, not burdened with ideals. It is playful, light, almost childlike. It knows how to laugh at itself. It knows how to be silent without effort. It knows how to live without constantly asking for guarantees. You have been trained to live through thinking, through planning, through controlling, and that is why life feels like a burden. Awareness is the art of unlearning. These 30 minutes are not an investment for the future, because the future is a projection of the past. These 30 minutes are an invitation to fall into the present so deeply that time disappears. When time disappears, you disappear as you have known yourself, and something vast, something unnameable, something innocent takes your place. This is why awareness feels dangerous to the men. D, because the mind thrives on continuity, on identity, on labels. Awareness is freedom, and freedom has no name, no form, no history. In these 30 minutes, allow yourself to be nobody. Drop your achievements, drop your failures, drop even your spirituality, because spirituality can also become an ego. Just be here, breathing, listening, feeling the body, feeling the heartbeat, feeling the sigh, NCE behind the sounds. And slowly, without any effort, you will notice a shift, not dramatic, not noisy, but very subtle, as if a door has opened inside and fresh air is coming in. This freshness is the new you. It is not excited because excitement belongs to the mind. It is calm but not dull. It is alive but not restless. It is rooted yet flowing. And once you have tasted this even for a le moment, you will know that no amount of time can add anything to it. And no amount of time can take it away, because awareness is eternal. It has always been there, waiting patiently for you to stop running, to stop improving, to stop becoming, to simply arrive. Dropping the past does not mean correcting it, healing it, forgiving it, understanding it, or making peace with it, because all these forts keep the past alive in subtle ways. The mind is very clever. It can turn even letting go into a long project. It says, first I must analyze, first I must resolve, first I must clear everything. And meanwhile it continues carrying the same old baggage with a new name. The past is not heavy because of what happened. It is heavy because you are still holding it. And you hold it because it gives you an identity. Without the past, who are you? Your story disappears, your wounds disappear, your pride disappears, your guilt disappears, and this frightens the mind. So it keeps polishing the past, calling it self-work, personal growth, inner journey. Dropping the past is a simple act, but simplicity is the most difficult thing for a complex mind. The past is gone. It exists nowhere except in why? Our memory. Memory is not reality, it is a recording, often distorted, often edited, often exaggerated. You are suffering not because of what happened, but because you keep replaying it. The mind lives on repetition. It chews the same thoughts again and again, and then complains of exhaustion. To drop the past is to see this mechanism clearly. The moment you see how the mind survives on repetition, a distance arises. That distance is freedom. You don't have to push the past away. Pushing creates resistance, and resistance gives energy. Simply see it when it appears and don't cooperate. Don't add emotions, don't add explanations, don't add judgments. Let it pass like a stranger crossing your path. When you stop giving it attention, it starves. The past needs your energy to remain alive. It feeds on your emotions, your justifications, your regrets. Once you stop feeding it, it fades naturally. This is not repression. Repression is violent. Dropping is relaxed. Repression says this should not be there. Dropping says it is there, but I am not interested. And remember, interest is attachment. Where your interest goes, your energy flows. In these 30 minutes, you are not here to fix why. Our childhood, your relationships, your mistakes, your failures. Fixing is another way of postponing life. Life is now, not after repair. The idea that you must first become whole before you live is a lie taught by a fearful society. Wholeness comes through living, not before it. The past creates a false sense of continuity. It says you are the same person you were yesterday, but look closely. Our body has changed, your cells have changed, your breath has changed. Everything is changing every moment, yet you cling to an image. Dropping the past is dropping the image, and without the image there is tremendous freshness. You respond, not react. Reaction comes from the past, response comes from the present. When someone insults you, the old patterns immediately want to jump in, but if the past is dropped, there is only awareness, and awareness chooses nothing automatically. Sometimes there will be silence, sometimes laughter, sometimes firm action, but it will be clean, not polluted by old wounds. The past is also the source of fear, because fear is always about what happened or what might happen. In the present moment, fear cannot exist. In these 30 minutes, allow yourself to be discontinuous. Don't carry your name, your role, your responsibilities. Put them aside like clothes. You can wear them again later if you want. Right now, be naked inside. Let memories come and go, but don't follow them. Following is bondage. Watching is freedom. Slowly you will notice gaps between thoughts. Those gaps are more real than the thoughts. In those gaps, the past has no power. And once you taste even a small gap, you will understand that the past has been a habit, not a destiny. The new you is not born by correcting the old you. The new you appears when the old one is no longer carried. And this dropping does not require time, effort, or discipline. It requires only clarity. The moment you see hat carrying the past is unnecessary, you put it down, just as you would put down a heavy bag when you realize you don't need it anymore. Presence is not something to be achieved. It is what remains when you stop escaping. The mind is constantly running either backward into memory or forward into imagination, and this running is called living. In reality, it is avoidance. You avoid this moment because this moment has no distractions, no stories, no excuses. It demands your totality. Transformation does not happen by changing circumstances, habits, or behaviors. It happens by entering the present so deeply that the past and future lose their grip. Presence is not concentration. Concentration is narrow and tense. Presence is wide and relaxed. When you are present, you are not trying to hold anything. You are simply available. This availability is the alchemy. In it, anger arises and dissolves. Joy arises and dissolves. Pain arises and dissolves. Nothing stays long enough to become a problem. Problems exist only when you carry moments across time. Presence cuts time into pieces so small that nothing can accumulate. This is why presence feels like freedom. You are not burdened by yesterday and not anxious about tomorrow. You are here, and here is enough. The mind will. I'll resist this because the mind lives on time. Without time, it loses its throne. It will try to pull you back with important thoughts, urgent plans, spiritual ideas, even noble intentions. Watch them. Don't fight them. Fighting gives them importance. Let them pass. Presence is choiceless. The moment you choose, you have already moved away. Presence includes everything: the sound of traffic, the discomfort in the body, the restlessness, the boredom, especially boredom. Boredom is the threshold. If you can stay with boredom without escaping, a door opens. On the other side of boredom is immense aliveness. The society has taught you to be constantly occupied because an occupied person never meets themselves. Presence is a rebellion. It says, I don't need to go anywhere to be fulfilled. In the 30 minutes, don't try to meditate. Trying is again the mind. Simply sit, stand, walk, or lie down with total awareness. Feel the body from inside. Feel the weight, the warmth, the subtle vibrations. Listen to sounds without labeling them. See without naming. Slowly, the inner commentary weakens. Silence is not forced, it descends. And in that silence, something shifts. You are no longer Doi. NG life. Life is happening through you. Actions arise spontaneously without calculation. Words come without rehearsal. There is a natural intelligence operating, far superior to your thinking. Presence is trust. Trust in existence, trust in this moment. The more you trust, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the deeper the presence. This is the paradox. Effort takes you away, relaxation brings you home. Presence is not spectacular. It is very ordinary. And because it is ordinary, it is overlooked. But in this ordinariness is the extraordinary. Drinking tea, walking, breathing, listening. Everything becomes luminous when you are present. Not because things change, but because you change your relationship to them. You are no longer a user, you are a participant. You are no longer standing apart, you are involved. Presence erases the distance between you and life. And where there is no distance, there is no conflict. In presence, you are not becoming a better person. You are simply being. And this being is enough. It needs no future, no promise, no reward. It is complete in itself, moment to moment, breath to breath, heartbeat to heartbeat. When presence becomes natural, transformation is no longer a goal, it is a byproduct. You don't try to change. Change happens because you are no longer resisting what is. The present moment is not a bridge to somewhere else. It is the destination itself. And once you understand this, even for a single second, you have touched the essence of the new you. Alive only now, unburdened, unafraid, deeply at ease in existence. So letting life happen through you is the ultimate surrender, not the surrender of a weak person, but the surrender of one who has seen the futility of control. Control is the ego's prayer. It wants life to move according to its ideas, its fears, its ambitions. And because life never listens, there is constant frustration. You have been taught to swim against the river, to push, to force, to manipulate, to manage every detail of your existence. This creates tension, and you start calling this tension responsibility, seriousness, maturity. In truth, it is fear, fear of the unknown, fear of losing identity, fear of trusting something greater than your mind. Letting life happen does not mean becoming passive or lazy. It means becoming intelligent enough to see where effort is needed and where. Effort is simply interference. A flower does not try to bloom, it blooms because it cannot do otherwise. A river does not plan its path, it flows, responding moment to the terrain. When you allow life to move through you, you function the same way, responsive, fluid, alive. The ego wants to be the doer. It wants to say, I did this, I achieved that, I became this. This sense of doership is the root of anxiety. When things go well, pride arises. When things go wrong, guilt and self-condemnation arise. Both are burdens. When you see that actions are happening through you, not because of you, a great relaxation enters. You still act, you still speak, you still choose, but there is no inner tightness. There is no constant commentary inside judging every move. Life becomes a dance instead of a duty. Letting life happen requires deep listening. Listening not only to people, but to your body, your energy, the situation. Sometimes life wants you to move fast, sometimes it wants you to wait. The mind has fixed ideas, life is flexible. When you follow fixed ideas, you suffer. When you follow life, there is harmony. Surrender is misunderstood as defeat because society worships willpower. But willpower is useful only in a mechanical world. In the living world, sensitivity is more valuable. Surrender is sensitivity at its peak. You are so available that existence can use you as an instrument. And when you become an instrument, actions carry a different quality. There is grace. Even ordinary acts feel meaningful. Even mistakes lose their sting because there is no personal owner behind them. Letting life happen also means allowing uncertainty. The mind wants guarantees, insurance, clear maps. Life offers none. It offers only this step, this breath, this moment. When you accept uncertainty, fear dissolves. Fear needs a future to survive. In the now, there is no fear, only aliveness. In these 30 minutes, drop the urge to direct your experience. Don't try to feel peaceful. Don't try to feel spiritual. Don't try to feel transformed. Let whatever arises arise. If restlessness comes, let it come. If silence comes, let it come. If nothing comes, let that be too. This non-interference is profound trust. Slowly, you will notice that life has its own intelligence, far more vast than your calculations. Things fall into place without effort. Decisions arise without confusion. You are guided not by rules, but by clarity. Letting life happen is not about losing yourself. It is about losing the false controller so that the real intelligence can function. And once you taste this flow, even briefly, you will see that struggle was never needed. You were pushing doors that were already open. Life has always been ready to carry you. You were just too busy trying to carry life yourself.